Hi Big Book, especially hi to 1BS. I just wanted to read you a story today. It's called Wanted, Ralfy Rabbit Book Burglar, and it's written by Emily Mackenzie. Some rabbits dreamed of lettuces and carrots. Others dreamed of flowering meadows and juicy dandelions. But Ralfy was a little bit different. Ralfy dreamed about books. In fact, he didn't just dream about them, he wanted to read all the time. He made lists of all the books he had read and gave them carrot ratings. He made lists of the books he wanted to read and placed them into categories. He even made lists of books to recommend to his family and friends. Ralfy loved to learn new words. He loved the smell of books and the sound of the pages flicking. He loved getting lost in stories, pretending he was the captain of a pirate ship or an intrepid jungle explorer. Yes, Ralfy loved books. So much that he started creeping into people's bedrooms and reading their books while they were sleeping. And then one thing led to another. Ralfy didn't just read the books, he took them home. He crept off with comics and cookbooks, dashed away with dictionaries, nabbed novels and pinched poetry. Ralfy had more books to read than ever before, and he was very, very pleased with himself. Arthur loved reading too. He had shelves buckling with fairy tales and bookcases bursting with picture books. So when gaps started to appear, along with half-eaten carrots and soggy lettuce leaves, and his favourite book, the biggest book of monsters ever, went missing, Arthur noticed. Someone was taking Arthur's books. It was time to find out who. Arthur assembled his special surveillance kit. Then, with Teddy to keep him company, he sat in the dark and waited and waited. Soon he heard a rustle. Arthur frantically rummaged for his camera and his binoculars. He shone his torch into the dark corners of the room. And that's when he spotted Ralfy. "Stop! Come back here, you little bunny book thief!" Arthur cried. But it was too late. Arthur was furious. He told his mum, but she just laughed. "A bunny book thief? Arthur, I think your imagination is running wild." He told his teacher, but she just said, "Arthur, I want you to go away and have a long, hard think about what you are saying." And here's his favourite book, the biggest book of monsters ever. What could Arthur do? That rascally rabbit had taken his favourite book of all time, and no one believed him. There was only one thing for it. What do you think? Hello? 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 Arthur called his local police station. "A bunny book thief, you say? Well, fancy that. Was there? Anything unusual about this rabbit?" "Can you give me a description?" said PC Puddle, sniggering. "Well, he was brown," said Arthur, "with a fluffy white tail. And he was wearing a t-shirt that said, 'I love books.'" With that, PC Puddle laughed out loud. "I'll let you know if I discover anything," he snorted. That night, Arthur felt fed up. He went to bed without a story, and he hardly slept at all. Meanwhile, Ralfy had found another house with plenty of books to pinch. But this time, Ralfy was in big trouble. He had burrowed up into PC Puddle's house. Well, what have we here?" said PC Puddle. "Could it be a little bunny book thief?" Arthur was right all along. PC Puddle called Arthur straight away and told him he had caught the culprit red-handed. "Please come to the police station first thing tomorrow to identify your bunny book thief," he said. Easy, thought Arthur. There couldn't be many rabbits who wear I love books t-shirts. But he was wrong. Arthur had never seen so many rabbits, and they were all wearing them. This was going to be harder than he thought. But then PC Puddle pressed a big red button, an alarm bell rang, and a conveyor belt of goodies started moving in front of the bunny lineup. As lettuce leaves, carrots, apples and dandelions whizzed by, all the rabbits began to feast, except for one. Until a very large treat passed by. Ralphie couldn't resist. In a frenzy, he started flicking through a pile of books. "Aha! Gotcha!" said PC Puddle. "You are in big trouble." I'm sorry, stammered Ralphie. I just can't help myself." "You mustn't just go around stealing them," said PC Puddle. "You'll have to put them all back." Suddenly, Arthur began to feel sorry for Ralphie. After all, it was only because he loved books so much that he had managed to get himself into trouble. "If you want lots and lots of books to borrow," said Arthur, "I know exactly where to go." Where do you think he should go to borrow some books? The library. Ralphie and Arthur are best book buddies now and love reading together wherever they can. And they, especially Ralphie, always take the books back. The library is their favourite place. There we go. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.